For a state once synonymous with innovation and prosperity, a $13 billion exodus of wealth, jobs, and opportunity from Washington state isn't just a concern, it's an economic implosion. This staggering flight of capital signals a dramatic reversal for a region that pioneered global tech giants, now struggling under the weight of its own fiscal policies. The very foundation of its economic success is visibly eroding. Washington once stood as a beacon for innovators and entrepreneurs, a thriving tech haven where economic growth soared unburdened by state income taxes. Its dynamic economy attracted unparalleled talent and capital, becoming a global powerhouse. Yet, a shift occurred as new fiscal strategies began to subtly reshape this environment, planting the seeds for future instability despite continued prosperity. The turning point arrived with aggressive new tax implementations, designed to capture more revenue but fundamentally altering Washington's economic landscape. Nearly $9.4 billion in new taxes were levied, including a controversial 9.9% Millionaire Tax on capital gains. This shift from a consumption-based system to one targeting wealth sparked immediate concern among the state's highest earners and businesses. The weight of these new policies quickly became apparent. A significant 24% of Washington businesses and a staggering 55% of business leaders began actively considering relocating. This economic flight was not theoretical. It involved concrete plans to move operations and wealth to states with more favorable tax climates like Texas, Florida, and Idaho, seeking to escape the escalating fiscal burden in Washington. Even global brands like Starbucks began to shift corporate roles out of Washington, a clear signal of the changing economic tides. The anticipated revenue from the Millionaire Tax largely failed to materialize as planned, leaving the state in a precarious financial position. Instead of a windfall, Washington faced a stark reality: a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit, despite record tax hikes. The true scale of the financial pressure is immense. A shocking $4.3 billion budget deficit now looms over the evergreen state. This deficit stands in stark contrast to the expected $9.4 billion surge from new taxes, demonstrating a profound miscalculation in fiscal policy. The state's economic forecast, previously stable, has now been revised to negative by agencies like Moody's. The irony is palpable. Aggressive tax policies intended to boost state coffers have inadvertently triggered a massive wealth exodus. Instead of an economic boom, Washington is facing significant economic headwinds, with business coalitions repeatedly warning that existing tax strategies are backfiring spectacularly. The state's financial health, once robust, is now undermined by its own legislative choices. The ripple effects extend far beyond state finances, directly impacting the quality of life for Washington residents. Reduced state revenue threatens public services, infrastructure projects, and educational funding. The once vibrant tech ecosystem, crucial for job creation and innovation, faces an uncertain future as employers and high-net-worth individuals continue their flight. The state's economic fabric is irrevocably changing. Washington's current economic trajectory serves as a potent warning. The decision to prioritize specific tax burdens over retaining its competitive edge has led to a costly self-inflicted crisis. The question remains whether the state can reverse this course, or if the $13 billion exodus and the deepening budget deficit will define its economic future, setting a troubling precedent for others.